Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. Today I will start my expedition to Minmus, and here I have already prepared the space launch system, I have prepared my lander, so I can enable the interface, I can adjust a little bit the throttle, I can enable SAS, and then we are ready to go. So yeah, in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Here we go, here we go. So, you might wonder, there is no Kerbal on board, and well, this is because I like to return back to Kerbal Space Center, and in this case I is my Kerbal I've called Zebby, and so yeah, he is currently sitting inside Sagittarius, he is currently in a circular orbit around Kerbal, and I like to pick him up first, because here, in the near future, I will start the next huge expedition, and I like to participate in this mission, and so I think it's a good idea to combine the return mission with a short expedition out to Minmus. And so yeah, their first destination is to reach space and then to reach a circular 400-kilometer orbit around Kerbal, so that we can have a rendezvous with Sagittarius, and I can switch the vessel, and then we will fly out to Minmus, and there I like to explore the poles of Minmus, and here I like to explore several different biomes. And now we have the separation of our 3 solid rocket boosters, and now it's time to throttle up a little bit more so that I can reach the 200 meters per second mark at the 10-kilometer altitude mark. And yeah, this looks good. I can throttle down a bit, and we can now perform the gravity turn. The rocket is turning towards us. This is an interesting angle. This is amazing. This looks cool. Maybe it's a little bit dark, but I like this angle. And okay, now the next goal is to, as I said, reach space. So I will just perform a quick time lapse, and I will bring you back in once we are in space. Okay, I have now reached the apoapsis, and I can now perform my burn to insert the Minmus lander into an orbit around Kerbal, and at first I will start with a 100-kilometer orbit, because Sagittarius is currently a little bit ahead of us, and yes, so we need to catch up with it before we can raise our apoapsis to the 400-kilometer mark. And yes, so right now it's time to get into an orbit, and then I can start playing around with some maneuver nodes, because as you can see, Sagittarius is over here, and it will take some time until we have reached it and until we can fly out there. But on the other hand, I'm not quite sure, the current velocity out there is 1879 meters per second, and in a 100-kilometer orbit we will have a velocity of about 2200 or so. And yeah, in this case I think it hopefully won't take so much time to reach Sagittarius. We will see, we will see. Right now I am shortly before reaching my circular orbit, and cut the engine. So what have I done? 126 by 94. Well, it's not so circular, but it's okay. And we have a slight inclination. I can fix this at first. Or should I do this right now, or should I do this? I think I will do this a little bit later. Right now I just like to know, after one orbit, are we then already close enough? Then we are ahead of it. That's interesting, that's interesting. Okay, how do I get There we are still ahead. Okay, like here, this looks good. 6.5 kilometer separation when we are performing our burn in 15 minutes. So it's really for us to reach Sagittarius. This is amazing, this is great. Okay, I can now perform a quick time warp to get closer to this point. Oh, before I continue the time warp, I should extend my solar arrays so that the batteries aren't running out of electric charge. Okay, very good, very good. The solar arrays are extended, and I can now continue the time warp. Okay, just a few minutes to go, and 5 minutes for 3, 1. Careful. Okay, now I think I should turn this around and aim at the maneuver mark and at the maneuver node. Okay, there's the marker, and we have a few seconds of time. I have even installed a light, but right now the light isn't so helpful because it's more important or more useful for the landing. But on the other hand, we can at least have some light on the upper stage of our space launch system. And yeah, I think this looks cool, and I think I can now perform the burn in order to get out to the 400 kilometer altitude and to perform the rendezvous with Sagittarius. Okay, I have to focus on the maneuver node. I think this is okay, and we are getting toward the end of the burn and cut the engine. Very good. So am I happy with this? 6.1 kilometers, very nice. Somewhere over here in 18 minutes, so 17 minutes should be good enough. I can now, we will have orbital sunrise pretty soon. This is amazing. And there it is. Okay, now time to fly out there, and then I have to adjust a little bit the trajectory and my orbit to get closer to Sagittarius. But yeah, we will see, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1. Okay, time to end at first the time warp. Okay, the relative velocity is quite high. 200 meters per second is a huge difference. Okay, at first I like to reduce this relative velocity maybe down to 100 meters per second, and while I'm doing this I can even adjust a little bit the trajectory as usual. So we are now performing a normal rendezvous maneuver. Okay, very good. Have I already a marker somewhere? Yeah, over there, 8.1 kilometer. Very good, very good. So it's closing in quite fast, and I have reduced our separation down to 300 meters, and we will have our rendezvous basically over Kerbal Space Center. This is amazing. This is cool. This is great. I'm so excited about this. Okay, and I can adjust just a little bit more the trajectory like this. Okay, what have I done? 100 meter. Very nice, very nice. And it's a beautiful view. Okay, we can already spot Kerbal Space Center down there. Over there's the moon, and it's really a great view from this high altitude down to Kerbal. I like this. I like this a lot. I should spend more time on board of Sagittarius because this is so cool to orbit around Kerbal. And yeah, but on the other hand, I'm not quite sure if whole Let's Play episode only featuring whole orbit around Kerbal is so interesting. So maybe I will just leave Sagittarius again and start my mission out to Minmus to start the exploration of it. Okay, we are only 2 kilometers away from the spacecraft. Very nice. And well, I'm still quite fast, so I think I should start reducing the relative velocity. Very good. Okay, only 1 kilometer to go. Very nice, very nice. Getting closer, getting closer. This is really amazing. Okay, and Last view over to Kerbal. That's really cool. Okay, now I need to focus that I'm not running into the spacecraft. This would be a little problematic. And 400 meters to go, 300, 200. Okay, I should now come more or less to a stop. Very good. Okay, I can do the rest with RCS, 100 meters, and my light is even illuminating a little bit the spacecraft. This is cool. This is really cool. Okay, now I can use some RCS. Oh, I think RCS is not powerful enough to really come to a stop. Okay, maybe I should use a little bit the help of my engine. Okay, hopefully now I'm able to finish the rest with RCS. Here, this seems to be working. Very good. Okay, I can now adjust this a little bit and like this, very good. Only 25 meters away from it. I like now to switch to it. And yeah, this is Sagittarius. It's currently orbiting around Kerbal. And we have a beautiful view down to Kerbal Space Center. This is so amazing. This is really great. Okay, and wow, this thing is already 2 years and 50 days in orbit. Not bad at all. Okay, now it's time. Whoa. As I exited the vessel, it started to tumble because it has no probe core on board. This thing was launched before the Kerbal Experience system came out, and so it has not the wow, this looks really amazing as we are drifting away from it. This is cool. This is really cool. This is amazing. Oh, no, I'm out of the light of my lander. And yeah, this thing was launched before the Kerbal Experience system was implemented, and so it has not the usual probe core I'm now using in order to give all my experienced Kerbal not the chance to fly their space mission. And because here only the pilots are now allowed to this is sad that this thing is now a little bit out of control. Maybe I have to launch a Sagittarius version 2 or so with the probe core, because this is really sad that I can't stabilize this right now. But yeah, okay. We are now finished, or I have finished the transfer, and now the next thing is I like to get to Minmus. I like to set us as a target, and I think the first thing I should do to ease the fly to it is to change a little bit the inclination. I hope I can do this. 1 degree, a little bit too much. Okay, I think this is still good enough. 0.1. Still 0.1. 0.2. Okay, 0.1 is good enough. Very nice, very nice. So, at first I just like to enable RCS and drift a little bit away from Sagittarius so that I am not in danger of running into the spacecraft. Okay, I hope we will see us soon, or maybe I have to launch the updated version of it, because I'm still not able to change the traits of my Kerbonauts, and this is really sad. This is really sad. I wish there would be an option to do this. Okay, I can now exit the stocking mode. And yeah, at first I wanted to change the inclination. So over here, very good, very good. I can now perform a quick time warp as we are enjoying the view to Kerbal and the view over to the moon, and soon I guess we will have our little sunset. Well, it will take some time. We are already 1.5 kilometers away from Sagittarius. Very nice. Okay, and orbital sunset as I missed the right point for the change in the inclination. Okay. Now And slowly, and cut the engine. Very good, very good. Okay, I have changed the inclination, still 0.4 degrees off, but I hope this doesn't matter. And okay, where is Minmus? Minmus is over there. So maybe around orbital sunrise or so, I can perform my burn out to Minmus. Let me see. Yeah, this is almost spot on. I can get this a little bit closer. Minmus periapsis of 146 kilometers. I think this is good enough. This is definitely good enough for me. It's a 745 meters per second burn. I hope I have enough fuel inside the upper stage because I like to use it to have a little bit of help with it or from it during the landing process on the first landing on Minmus, so that I can use it to deorbit my lander. And okay, we have orbital sunrise, very nice. And so it would be nice if I would have enough fuel to do all these maneuvers. Okay, now I need to pay attention to the timer that I'm not overshooting this time. And okay, so full throttle, here we go. And what happens if I use the maneuver function? I think this should keep the spacecraft a little bit more stable while I'm performing the burn. Okay, very nice. Can we even see? Yeah, we can have a beautiful view over to Kerbal. Well, that's interesting. That's a nice view. You can see all the different shades. You can really see the Terminator. This is amazing. This is great. Okay, and what is going on the outside? We are still burning. For our flight out to Minmus for our Minmus Expedition. We are more than halfway through the burn. This is cool. This is definitely cool. Okay. Just a few seconds to go. I can throttle down a bit, so that I'm not overshooting. And yeah, it looks good right now with the fuel consumption. And cut the engine. And okay, enable SAS to stabilize once again the spacecraft. And yeah, we are flying out. Ooh, the Minmus periapsis has risen to 1,600 kilometers. So I have, what is over here? I have on my flight back even an encounter with the moon, but I don't want to fly back. I want to maybe in 1 day and 5 hours. What do I need to do to reduce my Minmus periapsis? Do I just need to perform? Yeah, 133, this is good. And what else do I need to do? Do I need to perform some slight inclination changes? Maybe 132 still. 132. Do I need to... No. 135. 99, okay. This is the right way. 96. Okay, 96 is good enough for the first approach. How much fuel is left? 112 units of liquid fuel is left. And I have even discovered this new shiny fuel tank. It's really amazing because this fuel tank adds a different opportunity. It's full of fuel and it helps me really to build these beautiful upper stages, and I like it a lot. And yeah, okay, we are now on our trajectory out to Minmus. And I like now to fly out to my maneuver node. So goodbye, Kerbal. It was really nice to orbit around you for a couple of days or even months in Sagittarius. And now it's time to get closer to Minmus. Okay. The moon is getting closer, Kerbal is getting closer, but I'm quite sure we are still not able to spot Minmus. Okay, I can speed up even more. Okay, 10 hours, 9 hours, don't overshoot this. Oh, over there in the shadow, there is Minmus. We can already see Minmus. This is amazing. This is cool. Okay, 1 hour, a few minutes. Okay, And only a few seconds to go. We can now perform the burn right away because we are way out of carbon, and so it's not so important that we are performing it spot on. And okay, I am now performing the small little burn and cut the engine, break it. So, what have I done? I have reduced Minmus periapsis to 110 kilometers, and we will have our Minmus encounter in 23 hours. So, still a long way to go, and it's interesting what is going on. If I wouldn't perform a capture burn, I would fly back home, then I would have my current periapsis at 900 kilometers, and then I would fly out to a moon encounter. This is cool, this is cool. I could visit all the 3 celestial bodies in this mission, but no, I want to land on Minmus. And here, there's Kerbal, there's the moon, and over there is Minmus. Okay, with this I like just to... Oh, I'm enjoying this, this is cool. I like to go back to the Space Center because we will perform the arrival at Minmus in the next episode. Right now I just want to check the mission control. Is there anything Minmus related? Position satellite in specific orbit of Kerbal. Oh, this sounds great. This sounds interesting. I like to launch some satellites. Wow, it's a pretty high orbit. But yeah, this sounds cool. I have duration more than a year. This is great. I like to do this. Class B around wall. Class E, C out of the solar system. Visual surveys of Kerbal. Surface at Jebediah Spain. Jebediah Spain, Jebediah Spain. Near a rear something. Below? On the surface, on the surface, on the surface. This sounds a little bit like a cool thing, a cool airplane mission. This sounds amazing. I like to do this. I like to accept this one. What else can we do? Test Rokomax, no. Bob Dune. Perform temperature scans of Duner. Maybe. Okay, I think these are some interesting contracts. I'm really looking forward to this. Perform visual surveys of Kerbal because landed and so on. This sounds really amazing, and this sounds really like a flight mission. I like to see this before we come to the end of this episode. Okay, this seems to be the orbit I need to launch my satellite. So, and I think because these small dots are moving in this way around, that my satellite has to orbit around this way. Okay, this is good. I can launch toward the east. This is amazing. Okay, and oh, this is pretty close to Jebediah Spain. Is pretty close to Kerbal Space Center, so I just can use an airplane to fly over there and to start exploring this. And over there, somewhere in the ocean, I need to do this. This sounds great. Maybe we will... we have sunset pretty soon at Kerbal Space Center. I'm not quite sure. Maybe we will perform this flight in the next episode, or maybe I will at first arrive at Minmus. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure that this is now the end of this episode. So in this case, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you liked this, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!